work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking that funky, dip about my face. Wearing that monkey. Not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
They'll roll him out right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Niners at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Ultra.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Mitchell.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking?
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gibson again.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Moore, the man in motion. From the gun, Murray.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 28. Johnson, the man in motion right. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, is sometimes a thing of beauty.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Chubb fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here. Chubb again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake. Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 58 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Murray fighting, lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Drake Jackson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 61 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, Lance.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Jawan Jennings that time,
and it's 3rd and 4.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Lance.
And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Murray going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On play action, Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
In motion left goes a tight end. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to roam now.
112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak. No place to go.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Yellow. You must be true. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
The Lance going to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And the tight end goes in motion left.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, here's Gibson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Big Hey, Ace. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Not here. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing now is Murray. Throw right side taken in by Gibson. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't it?
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Slot man moves right.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Omaha. Check, Mike, 54. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Easy.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Right there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 22, Murray.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll run with Gibson.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyler Beatty taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Niners 42, Cardinals 24. Bradley Pinion sets their kickoff.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Green Jack.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.